We're live.
What up, party people? It's your boy Tommy G here with the Tuesday edition of the Stay Cashin show. We are heading into finals week for the NBA. We have semifinals coming up for NHL. Baseball still popping. We are ready to rock. Evan, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing all right. Busy, of course. Are you okay? You didn't say what up. Let's get weird.
No, I guess I'm not. What'd I say? What up, party people?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, see, when I do the podcast, what up, party people is the intro, and then what up, let's get weird is the start of the show. So I get like half a deduction for that.
I can't even remember the last time you didn't say that.
What up? Let's get weird.
There we go.
Bill, what's your tagline?
Let's go!
There we go. We're live. Now we're live. So how was your weekend, Evan? Was it good?
Great long weekend. It's a crime that I have to go back to work, but good day off yesterday.
Yeah, it was. I had a vacation this weekend, Bill. I took a vacation at my house.
We noticed.
Yeah. How about you?
I was working like always.
Shut up. I was putting plays in all weekend. I just didn't want to deal with the trolls all weekend.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was. I had plays in every day.
Yeah, they were like minuscule.
I'm putting 4 or 5. You know. 4 or 5.
It was funny. You weren't there the other day. Somebody goes, I think it was Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. Someone's like, bro, since I joined the other day, Tommy G's been slacking, putting out the bets. So I'm like, what? So I go into your hashtag and I just copy all the bets from the past 7 days out to 155 bets in 7 days. And me and Rackets were going nuts. I said, he's put out 150 bets 7 days. What the fuck are these people talking about?
I mean, it's unbelievable. That's why I needed a break. Retrograde is in full effect.
I literally cut and paste every play you had for 6 days.
There was 4 games because we've been doing this thing targeting these individual games, right? Well, we'll bet every inning. We're betting live totals. You know, we'll have 20 bets on one game that's going off. And it's never enough. It's never enough. Doesn't matter. When you put out 3 bets, it's where's the bets. When you put out a bunch of bets, it's can you just narrow it down to 3 bets? It doesn't matter, Bill. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I took a little weekend off from the chat. I mean, I was in there a lot yesterday. We were on the voice chat all night. But a couple days off was nice. I saw retrograde hitting Memorial Day weekend. Everyone's just fucking upside down and fighting all over the place. So I was like, you know what? Take a couple days out of here. Just going to get drunk, hang out myself. I watched 3 Harry Potter movies. I've never seen Harry Potter in my life, Evan. Never seen a single Harry Potter. So it was on, and I was like, let's see what this shit's all about. I mean, it was fine. Like, nothing. What's up?
The real Harry Potter or the older ones?
I mean, I got to, like, the 3rd one, I guess. 3 through 5 or something.
Little boy?
Yeah. No, they're kind of like mid, 12.
So 14. You just skipped all the other ones and just picked up in the middle?
Yeah.
Didn't you have no clue what was going on?
I mean, it's a stupid show to begin with. What the fuck am I need to have a clue for? It's a bunch of fucking retards flying around fighting a fucking imaginary dude. But do you
know the premise behind? So I'm not a big Harry Potter fan anyway. What I do think is cool though is that Disney, they have a whole Harry Potter like universe there.
Uh-huh.
I guess it's still popular. I really don't know.
Uh-huh.
My nephews went, and you can, so Harry Potter, when he's little, he gets the wand, right? And the wand picks him, and that's how he's magical. Mm-hmm. At Disney, you could go into the room, a wand picks you. You could buy that wand or whatever one you want.
That's pretty smart.
When you walk around Disney, you point it at shit, and it turns a light on. It turns fountains on. It's fucking cool. Awesome for little kids. That's fucking cool as hell.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen, we were having a debate in the chat where I said I've never seen Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, just in passing. So it happened to be on. I was like, maybe it's the universe telling me I need to watch it.
Lord of the Rings you need to watch.
I mean, Lord of the Rings, I think I've seen a bunch of. I've seen a lot of parts of that. So I gave it a shot, and I spent about 5 hours on it, and I made it through like 3/4 of an episode, and then another 3/4, and it's fucking fine. Whatever. Not missing anything. Got through about 4 episodes of Stranger Things. So started working that down. Boy, these kids look fucking weird, bro. Like, these kids look fucking weird. The one kid...
I've never seen that show.
Stranger Things is awesome. The one kid that got, Evan, I see you nodding, so I know you've seen it. The one kid that got sucked into the upside down a couple times, literally, I don't even know what he looks like. He looks like a lesbian, straight person. Then you have the main character kid who looks like a fucking Grim Reaper with like this, looks like an aardvark. You have the literally the fucking crackhead brother kid who always looks like he actually looks the most normal out of these fucking kids. They all look crazy. What the fuck? That's just... I mean, it's good. It's a horror movie, so it's good that they look weird, I guess.
They're hiring these little weirdos to be.
But I mean, you want to talk about child actors growing up to be ugly? Just watch Stranger Things 1 for 5 minutes and go to Stranger Things 4, and it's like, dude, if I have kids, I want them to be ugly as sin. Because the best-looking little kids turn ugly.
What's going to happen though is that these kids aren't going to be hired into any adult movies when they're older.
They're never getting any movie. They're the ugliest people in the world.
Yeah, and then they're just going to turn to a life of drugs and ill repute and everything else.
And then they'll do Stranger Things 18, and when they're 45 years old, and then we'll start to see it happen. But, oh my God, what a fucking ugly bunch of weirdos. From a sports perspective this weekend, we had the finals of the Miami-Boston series take place. We had the Rangers series yesterday. I had a lot of things going on this weekend over Memorial Day. And Evan, I believe one of your headlines to get us started here ties to the Boston series.
That's going to be, we were talking about the Calgary goal that was waved off. That was a controversial call. Well, there was another controversial call if you watched the Heat game, and that is Max Struss. Did he step out? Have you seen it?
Yeah. Bill?
I don't know. I don't know if he stepped. It's kind of hard to tell. I just don't think that something should be reversed later on in the game. Either make the call then, you know what I'm saying? Like he's out, they don't get the points, or leave it alone. I don't think you should be able to go back later and take the points off the board.
He was not out of bounds. You cannot reverse that. That is absolutely insane. But it goes with the storyline after they lost Game 6 when I said bet the house on Boston because they're going to make sure Boston wins Game 7. Huge controversial call that should have not been overturned. And realistically, the whole point of the rules is if it's not 100% conclusive, you can't overturn it. And the bottom line is, I mean, there's no way you could have anyone say that was conclusive because it looks like his heel never touched. So that's I don't think that made or broke the game. I think the thing that made or broke the game was Jimmy Butler taking a horrific shot at the end of the game. And I know a lot of people, the majority of people are actually against me on this, thinking he did the right thing. Bill, I think you yesterday said that you think he did the right thing too. I think it was horrific. I think taking that 3 at the end of the game there when they were in an 11-2 run, coming back, he had Horford on skates. He heads right to the hole. He definitely gets a layup. Most likely gets fouled on his way there too for an and one. And you had Boston on their heels, dude. Boston was collapsing. I understand trying to put the dagger in him, but that's not Jimmy's game. He's not a three-point shooter. He doesn't shoot threes. He shot 18% from 3. I don't understand that call, Bill, but I think you disagreed.
I could see, like I said, I don't know about the Struss's heel out. You couldn't really tell. So I don't really know about it. And Jimmy, you could say it's a good shot or a bad shot. I can go both ways. You want the ball in the hands of your best player. Live and die by your best player, right?
Fact.
Could have passed it around, maybe.
No. It was literally, it was right to the hole or shoot the 3. There was no passing around.
He was opened.
Yes.
He was opened. He's not a great three-point shooter, but he was opened. He took the shot, the best player on the team.
I mean, listen, in this series, if you go
First of all, should have never gotten to that shot.
Right.
With stupid Smart taking 3 after 3 after 3 with plenty of time on these shot clocks, just shooting 3 after 3 when you're nowhere close to making one.
Right.
And you don't even need a 3. You're up fucking 10, then you're up 7, then you're up 5. What are you shooting 3s for, buddy? Mm-hmm. Pass the ball around. You're not hitting them. Awful.
Yeah. I mean, the thing about Jimmy Butler in that shot was if you take away the 50-point game where he dropped 47 and went nuclear in Game 6, I think he was on some fucking witchcraft or some shit in that game. He was on another. That guy was out of his mind. That's one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life in the playoffs. When he dropped 47, hit 4 threes and all that. The other games in the series, the first game, 0 for 2 from 3. Second game, 1 for 3 from 3. 0 for 0 from 3. 0 for 2 for 3. 1 for 5 from 3. This game that he was in, 1 for 3 for 3. That's not his shot. The guy's shooting 60% from the field. In 4 of the 7 games, he shot 55% to 63% from the field. He is DeRozan. He is Jimmy Butler and DeMar DeRozan live inside the three-point arc. You are down 2. You came back from down 13 or whatever the fuck it was. In minutes, go tie the game. Go up there because that 3 does not win you the game. Boston still has the ball with 16 seconds left, even if you make it. So get to the rim, get fouled, tie the game, do what you do best. Don't let your whole season rely on you doing something that's not a part of your game. He's not a three-point shooter.
Bottom line is it doesn't really matter now. The Heat need another player. They need a number 1 or a number 2. Well, listen, fucking Jimmy is got a lot of miles on them knees. His knees are not ready anymore. And I don't know how much longer he's going to last as their main guy. He can't play 40 minutes a night anymore.
No.
Like, he's not going to last a whole nother season with that knee injury and a whole nother playoffs.
I mean, dude, he played 46 minutes and 48 minutes in the last 2 games coming off an injury.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not – you don't want him playing – listen, I'm all for guys playing 40-plus in the playoffs. I don't think any star should play less than 40.
Well, Tommy, they had
48 is – you need a couple minutes.
They had no other scorers.
I know.
Tyler Hero was non-existent. The fucking 6th man of the year, non-existent in the game. Wasn't even in there at the end. I mean, it's just awful. I don't know what was going on. I don't know. I'm not on the inside of that. Don't know why they weren't playing him more. If he was really hurt or he was just, I don't know.
So I'm going to tell you this, that series was lost by Spoelstra. Spoelstra lost that series. He was trying to lose the series before. Luckily, he was just playing a fucking bunch of scallywags. But first of all, Kyle Lowry playing 30 minutes a game is the most mind-boggling thing I've ever seen.
Well, he'd have a good game.
He had one. Yeah, everyone has a good game. Everyone has a good game. Everyone has a good game sometimes. But he cost them the first 4. Okay, the first 4 games of that series, he was terrible. Tyler Hero averaged 19 minutes a game. Okay? Tyler Hero needs to be playing 30, 35 minutes a game, minimum. He's the second best player on the team. He needs to be playing more.
That's hurt, though.
Yeah, but I mean, Bam Adebayo fucking would score 27 one game and then 4 the next game. Well, he's the problem.
Well, that's because he's their number 2.
He's their problem now. He can't be that.
He can't be number 2.
Can't be inconsistent like that. And
Jimmy Butler's not a number 1.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, he's a 1 like.
Well, the problem is
he's the 1A. He's not a 1 where
team is a less Milwaukee Bucks.
Right, exactly. They're more
great regular season team because they have a lot of guys who are going to play a lot of games during the season who are good, right? They have 5 good starters that are more than better than the rest of the other league's 5 starters, except for a few teams. And these other teams don't care during the regular season. They just want to get into the playoffs. So was Miami really a number 1 seed? Were they? Were they a 1? No, they weren't a 1. They're not better than the fucking they're not better than Boston and some of these other teams. No way. They're not even better than the Nets, Tommy.
No, I know that. I mean, listen, they're a deep team, they're a balanced team, and their guys didn't show up. Adebayo didn't show up. Kyle Lowry showed up for 1 game, and Tyler Hero was banged up and barely played. So
this guy, the new Mets fan here.
Yeah, this fucking guy. I mean, what a time to bring him in, right in the middle of basketball.
Everything of everybody. Has it been a Mets fan from the beginning? Now all of a sudden they're your team. Now all of a sudden they're your team.
Oh man, look at this
guy!
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
While we got him in here, let's talk a little hockey here, Mr. Nightghost. You had a nice little sleigh day yesterday.
Let's talk a little hockey and a little Rangers last night.
So that was nice. You had the Rangers team total over 2.5, 3.5, hit it live at 5.5. Almost got your hat trick too for plus 4,000.
Listen, I told you guys before the start, and I agreed with you. You said there was no real edge to this game, and you're pretty much gambling on who you think you was going to win. And I agreed with you wholeheartedly on that. But everything for me just said that the Rangers were going to win Game 7, and I thought it was going to be a nice offensive game for them, especially for them to get the win. That team needed to be led by either Kreider or Zibanejad, and they were. And I played both of them to score a hat trick. Unfortunately, Kreider fell 1 goal short, but the subs usually know how. If I like someone for 3 goals, they play him for 1, they play him for 2, they play him for 3. So hopefully some people made some money off that.
Yeah, I was a little surprised you didn't play him, didn't ladder him up. But anyway, almost got the hat trick there. So basically right now, Ghosty, we're looking at did we ever get your take on that Calgary shenanigans on that goal that was fuck? I don't think we did.
No,
but I heard you guys talking about it. And here's my take. If that's during the regular
That's my favorite
season,
Ghost thing, by the way, Bill.
Because I just get so frustrated.
Here's my take, and then the long pause, and then
because he has so much to say in his mind.
Yeah,
he can't get it out.
It's so deflating, and I need to just fucking sit back. Listen, regular season, that's a goal every time. The one thing I could say is that after watching it, because ESPN has been a fucking atrocious with their broadcast, with their replays, with their announce team, with Leah Hextall. ESPN has completely ruined the NHL playoffs, and it starts with replays. There have been so many times that there were plays called back, things under review, and they just could never get us an accurate angle. After watching the replay on Twitter, the only thing that I could understand as to why they took the goal off was because if you look at it from a certain angle, you see him completely extend his leg to make contact with the puck. It's not necessarily a distinct kicking motion, but for him to be able to get his leg in that position, he had to swing his leg around and extend it. I get it. I don't agree with it. Would have never been called no goal during the regular season, in my opinion.
Are we going to ignore the fact that he had a 207-pound man flying into the back of his legs?
No, because at the end of the day, like I said, he still had to extend his leg to make contact with the puck, and it's almost on him for doing that instead of letting the puck go in on its own like it was about to.
Mm-hmm. So we got now coming up in these next 2 series, the Rangers stay alive. The Tommy G conspiracy theory stays alive. You guys have been on the Rangers futures. I know you were on them. Bill was on them. You both have insane vested interest on it. Oh, my God. ESPN, I hope you die. I fucking hate that site.
It's miserable.
Literally, bro. I went into my fucking settings and turned off the autoplay. And it still autoplays.
You could put those videos on mute. They'll put the volume.
It doesn't matter. They turn them back on.
Yep.
The fuck.
More garbage product from them.
Fucking hate it. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh, you guys have been all in on the Rangers. Subs are in on the Rangers. You guys are obviously hoping for the Rangers to win it all. I didn't jump on the Rangers thinking they were going to win anything until 2.5 weeks ago on the Discord, when you and Uncle Danny were having a discussion about the Rangers getting the first pick of the draft, back-to-back drafts, and then all of a sudden the tin hat went on, and I went, oh, they're going to fix the game for the Rangers. And you remember even in the Pittsburgh series, I was like, I'm betting the Rangers Game 7 because they're going to fix it for the Rangers. I'm in on the Rangers conspiracy theory right now, heavy.
It may have been – it was fixed for 1 draft. Listen, at the end of the day, the Rangers still have done everything that they had to do to get to the next round. I watched the series, the Penguins series. I thought, in my opinion, the games were called more towards the Penguins side of that series, especially with the penalties. Maybe a little more for the Rangers last round. But that whole first period yesterday was just penalty after penalty for both sides.
The whole fucking game was just power plays back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I think, honestly, if you want to go into a conspiracy theory on that, and these aren't even conspiracy theories anymore, Bill, right? With sports. I mean, we're watching all these games get fixed. We're able to fucking literally take the other sides of them just by looking at the lines, correct? Is it fair to say that even I woke up, Bill, and was like, as a novice, hockey bettor, just like, I may take the under on this game. Looks like all these games have been trending under. And then we saw the under open at 5.5 and drop to 5. So the under was getting pounded. Ghost comes in on the over. The over fucking hits and smashes, and there's power plays left and right to push this thing to the roof. I don't know. Maybe that had something to do with it.
Possibly.
It's tough because the power plays have been called consistently throughout the series. The Rangers scored power play goals in 5 straight games. That's what they needed. They needed to execute early in that game. And I told you, if the Rangers came out and executed in the first period, they're going to win that game, and they were going to win it handily. And that's what happened. The penalties, it's not like I looked at it and saw any egregious calls. You know, they were calling, they were letting stuff go. I don't know if I jump
2% of bets were on the under.
Right, but I think it was the wrong play.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like Vegas might have had something to do with making sure that thing flew over too.
I don't, because personally I don't. I don't, because that's exactly how I expected the game flow to go, the game to play out. Maybe with the amount of calls in the first period, but I still expected that game to go over regardless.
I would have gone over either way. I mean, it didn't like barely get over; it cruised over, right. So it wasn't even a question. Now, as far as this next series right now, we got a game tonight, Colorado and Edmonton, which I know you're excited about. Just looking at the total here, it's at 7 right now on FanDuel plus money. And then we have the Lightning and the Rangers. We'll get to the Edmonton Avalanche game in a minute. First, we'll talk from a series perspective on the Rangers Lightning. My concern as an outsider, and I asked you the question last night in the chat, your boy Vasilevsky has been out of his fucking mind. Literally, I think he gave up 2 goals the whole fucking series versus Florida. And the Rangers have been heavily reliant on power plays. They've really done their damage on power play opportunities, which I believe Tampa Bay is one of, if not the best in the league at defending power plays. How do you think this matches up? You don't have to give a play, but how do you see this series going?
So I've said from the beginning of the playoffs, and I said in chat, we've argued with the Rangers fans, the Rangers' path to the Cup, I had them having to get through Tampa or Florida. And I thought they would get through either one of them from the start of the playoffs. They just match up to what works for them to get through Tampa this series. And it's tough because, for me, Vasilevsky is the best goalie in the world. Igor, number 2, number 3, top 5. I don't think the goalies are going to play as much into this as the Rangers are going to be able to keep the Lightning low scoring, in my opinion. That's where I think the edge is going to be. Not so much in the goaltending, but the way the Rangers are going to outplay the Lightning 5-on-5. I think they're going to come out much faster than the Lightning have seen last round with Florida. They've been on a decent hiatus to start game 1, and it's a perfect opportunity for the Rangers to catch them at home to take a 1-0 series lead. For me, everything leans the Rangers here, and in one of my brackets, I have them winning it all. So I think this is the best matchup for Tampa to be dethroned. Vasilevsky is still going to do what he does. I just think the Rangers are going to provide enough to get by. I don't think we're going to see 5-4, 5-3 wins. I think we're going to see 3-2 type wins, where both goalies keep them in the game, and it's whoever's offense can get to that 3rd, 4th goal mark is going to win the series.
And it's whichever Igor shows up. Hopefully we get the good Igor instead of the one that showed up for a few games there in Pitt and has had flashes.
I don't think we'll see that Igor at all, if ever again. I think that was just a kid coming in with nerves. I've argued with Chat. The Islanders have another Russian goalie in Ilya Sorokin. And I think Igor and Ilya go 1-2 hand in hand in top goalies in the league, especially for Russians. And what gave me the edge for Sorokin is that he's been to 2 Eastern Conference Finals the last 2 years. Igor hasn't had that experience yet. He got that the worst he possibly could have in the first round. He got through it. He closed out Game 7. He came in and played phenomenal in this Carolina series. I don't think he has any nerves left to worry about. And I think the longevity of Tampa going to 2 Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years, Game 7 in the first round, the second round definitely helped them with a 4-game sweep, but I think this team is going to be tired, and the Rangers' youth and they're a good playoff high-pressure team.
Well, the Rangers are better. The Rangers are better offensively, right? Like the Rangers are a great offensive team. They're playing well.
They're not better offensively. They're not. Tampa Bay is on the verge of becoming a dynasty team in the league, and I just think the Rangers are going to catch them here. I really do.
I don't think. I mean, listen, from what I've seen, I think the Rangers can fucking skate with anyone. I mean, I don't see anyone out skating this team right now. And
I told you during the regular season, beginning of the year, the Rangers were a team that couldn't beat good teams. They went in and they played Tampa Bay on a home and home during the regular season. They swept both games. That, for me, put them over the top.
Yeah. This is so now we go to the other game here. This is the game tonight, the Edmonton, Colorado game. If you want to talk a little bit about the series and give a play out, I know where I'm going with my play for this game. I'm gonna bet at every single game of this series. My favorite play. But what do you like?
My play tonight is for the Avs team total, and I also gave out the Avs -1.5 total games on the series. I think this is a five game win for the Avs, 6 at most. I don't think Edmonton's gonna be able to keep up at all. The league can try and fix it in the Oilers' favor, which I think they were leaning to in the last series, but the Avs are just too good of a team, too good goaltending wise, too good defensively. The Oilers are not going to be able to do to them what they did to the Flames.
Okay. Yeah, this should be a fun one. I mean, the total of 7 here is fucking awesome. I'm sitting here looking at FanDuel. They have my favorite prop, which I like. Usually what I do is I find Ghost's favorite over games or teams that I like to bet overs on, which tends to be the Edmonton Oilers and a lot of these late night get right teams that play at 10 p.m. very often. I follow more closely once the other sports are done. And I love Ghost, the over 1.5 goals each period for this one. You can't get it though until the fucking puck drops on FanDuel. So that's my way of kind of getting that 6 total or higher with a plus 200 on it. Sometimes these are plus 220, plus 230. This will probably be about what, plus 190 probably for this game. I think it'll be
I'd say maybe a little less, maybe 160, 170. The total is 7, so they're going to expect it.
I've never seen it below plus 200. So even a 180, 190 would be pretty extreme.
You like playing plus money. I like laying money. So I like playing the game overs. You like that plus money on the period totals.
Yeah, I like taking my chances. I feel once I get the first period, we're good. Right, that first period's the tough one. Once you get that first one going right, then it's good. So, all right, Ghosty Buns, we'll have you on throughout the week. Keep us updated on everything hockey. We'll be rooting for the fucking shootout tonight, and go Avalanche.
Appreciate it. See you guys later.
All right, it's gonna be you versus the faction. Nightghost versus the faction. Bill, does the faction get involved to push McDavid through? We shall see.
We will see.
We shall see, because I feel like that's definitely what they want, right? Bill, what's your take on the hockey that's been going on tonight? Avalanche, just slamming the 188.
That's it.
All right, nice. What about the total? Nothing.
No. Avalanche.
All right, you can throw mine in there. There's no spread on it right now, but it'll be around 190. That total that we're looking at there. All right, you can bring us Aber, baby, when you're ready there too, Evan. So, Bill, did the Rangers win the Cup?
I got Rangers versus Avalanche. That was my pick at the start of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see.
Looking good right now.
I did pick Avalanche to win it all, but I got Rangers futures. So
you would much rather be sitting on a fucking Rangers victory here.
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
As long as the Rangers can get there, then I can hedge. So,
right.
Just like the Celtics now. I mean, I have the Celtics to win it all, plus 2,500, plus 3,200. And now I could just hedge. So, beautiful.
So what are we thinking? So what are we
months ago, Celtics?
So what are we thinking here with the Celtics Warriors? What's your take? I mean, I did put a bet out plus 500. I had a bunch of Heat futures from earlier. We threw a unit on to like plus 2,000, but we did have the Warriors Celtics exact final plus 500, which we hit. What about this matchup, Warriors versus the Celtics?
Gonna come down to the best players, right? Steph, Clay, and Draymond versus Tatum, Brown, and Horford, right?
Excellent analysis.
Who's going to win? Who's going to be better?
Wow.
I mean, that's not what it's going to come down to.
This is what you pay for, guys.
Is that not what it's going to come down
to?
Wait,
that's what the fucking chicks on ESPN say that they bring out. We know that. Who's winning the series, Bill?
I mean, is it that part of the show where I give you my answer for that?
I mean, it should be. So, you know what? I think this series is going to come down to Steph, Clay, and Draymond versus Brown, Tatum, and Smart.
I mean, you're smart for saying that. Exactly what I was thinking.
How about we drop a piece of information here that in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games between these two teams, the Warriors are actually 1-6.
Mm-hmm.
Does that concern you? That's dating back to 2019.
Yeah, you said it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. So every game's a new game, Tommy.
Every game's a new game.
Every game's a new game. Well, obviously, remember what happened yesterday. The home team had won every game in the hockey, and then it was a new game. Meant nothing, right? Obviously,
Well, it doesn't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing.
It was yesterday. Nothing mattered. It's like going to play roulette and looking at that stupid board. When everyone looks at that stupid board, oh my God, it's been red 40 million times in a row. It's got to come out. And it comes out red again. So that board means nothing. That ball does not know what came out.
Yesterday, Bill thinks the past means nothing, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, I'm just quoting you.
No, what I'll tell you.
And now you're bringing up yesterday's stats. That's what I'm trying to do. Make you look like an idiot.
Well, you're failing because past
I'm proving my point big time.
My point to you is you'll take a stand and then you'll change it.
I suckered you into bringing up past stats.
I live on past stats. How do you think we got
I knew you would do it.
How do you think we got the Steph Curry bet on past stats?
I knew you would do it.
I live on past stats. I just don't change them because of one day.
I suckered you right in.
Whatever you think today, if tomorrow something else happens, you're going to flip back. Yesterday, Bill.
You right into it.
Yesterday, Bill.
I pulled you in.
Aber, save me from this maniacal maniac.
He can't say shit. He thought Boston wouldn't even be here.
You're right. You're right. Well, I mean, I did verse the Heat, but I didn't.
Oh, not you, Aber.
Oh, all right. I'm like, I did bet him, this whole series. Aber saved me from this fucking maniac.
No, I thought the Bucks were going to be here, man. So I was wrong there. I mean, Boston's good though, man. I feel like I've been treading against water though this whole entire playoffs, thinking that they were going to lose. I mean, they look fantastic, and I think they're the correct team to be here.
So listen, and that happens, right? Like, I mean, we all get caught up in, thinking something, and then sometimes you gotta see enough data to make you turn it. Unlike yesterday, Bill, or whatever happens yesterday, we'll just flip to the other thing.
No, you said it doesn't matter. Now it does.
Bill, I'm a fucking. Bill, I played over $7 million in DFS. I'm the last person to say that data doesn't matter.
I pulled you in. I suckered you in.
Oh my God, it's like literally arguing like. Aber, you ever been like, I play games with my niece and nephew, right? Like my nephew's 6 and he's nuts like me. And we'll play a game with him and he just refuses to, like, you can't speak logically to him, right? He's just, no, I win because that's Bill every time. It's like arguing with my nephew. It's a maniac. And then he just yells louder. And then eventually you just fucking stop. And then everyone thinks he won because he just keeps going louder.
That sounds like a game I was playing with my daughter over the weekend. We were playing this game, bingo. It's like a kid's game, but for bingo. And when the object gets turned over, if you have that object on your card, you take it.
Right.
Well, quick swipes the one that was supposed to go on my card and puts it in her pocket. And
right. That's something Bill would do.
So exactly. Tell her I got to treat Tommy like a little girl.
Happened. Like, no, that wasn't there. Like, okay. It's easier to. Okay.
I mean, my parenting skills are a 10 just fucking dealing with Bill all the time. All right. So, Aber, what's going to go on in this series? As I said, someone who really wasn't high on Boston the whole time, I'd rather have your opinion than anyone else's, because if you are moving on to the Boston side, that means it must have took a lot to move you there. We've all been there. I mean, listen, I've been in a Mets pendulum all year right now. I just keep going against the Mets saying, no, they're going to collapse. Every day I get on the phone with fucking stupid Rupp and on the Discord, I'm on today's the day they're going to fucking turn and fall apart. And I'm getting to the point where like I have to just accept, wow, this is a really good baseball team. I'm not there yet. I refuse yet. But at some point I'm going to have to take that L and I'm just fighting it. So are the Celtics going to beat the Warriors, Aber?
No, they're not. I'm not. I can't do it. So, yeah, I mean, look, they went through the gauntlet, man, and it shows. Like, their whole team is beat down right now. I mean, Marcus Smart's got like 5 leg injuries on the right side of his body. Robert Williams can't stay healthy. I mean, how many more minutes and how much of a beating can Horford possibly take at his age? I mean, he's looked great. I don't want to take anything from him. He's an amazing player to even watch play basketball still. But, I mean, they have literally went through Brooklyn. They went through Milwaukee. They played Miami. Like, they have played some of the grittiest teams that you could play with the exception of Brooklyn, but still Brooklyn being a pretty tough series in general. I mean, they've done battle some of the grittiest teams in the league, and it shows. And now they have to play this insanely fast Warriors team that is probably going to try to beat them up. Like, they're going to break them down. They're going to run up and down the court. Like, I expect this game to be the series to be really, really fast. I think there's going to be a ton of turnovers because you're going to see a lot of teams trying to capitalize in the open court. And I think that you're going to see a lot of easy buckets as well, too. Like, even we kind of seen it earlier in the Boston and Milwaukee series. Like, the first 2 to 3 games were, like, super, super sloppy as far as, like, running up and down the court, turning the ball over, and then getting easy buckets in transition and stuff like that. I think that we see a little bit more of that in this series just because the teams are going to play so fast.
Well, that's what they did. That's what they did against Luka. They just fucking tired him out.
That's was going to be my next point.
Yeah, he was dead. He was playing defense like this, like with his arm. He was dead. He had no help. He was tired as shit. He just wasn't in shape for that series. They ran him right off the court.
No, and that's kind of where Wiggins plays such a big role on the team that a lot of people don't notice is that Wiggins is, to me, probably their best overall defender. Like, Dre is obviously insanely good, but he's better around the basket. Like, you can put Wiggins on almost anybody on the court, and he's going to hold his own. But so I expect Wiggins to get the Tatum assignment. But I also expect offensively, I think Tatum is also going to be guarding Wiggins. And this is where Wiggins was – they put Luka on Wiggins because they don't want Luka chasing Curry around. They don't want him chasing Clay around. You're not going to obviously put him on Dre or Looney or anything like that. So they hide him on Wiggins, and Wiggins goes crazy because they target Luka to try to tire him out on the defensive side. Mm-hmm. And when you beat him up on the offensive side, on the defensive side, then you lose a step or two on the offensive side. And I kind of think the same thing's going to happen in this series too against Tatum. So, I mean, we can continue to talk about it, but I think in a nutshell, though, I think just Golden State's better. I mean, they're getting healthier too. Like, they played this last series without Gary Payton. He's on track to play. He's practicing. Iguodala, as much as a lot of people like to write him off and forget about him, he's also very important just because he's a body that you're putting on the court that isn't Moody and Kuminga and like these other guys that they just don't want to put on the court.
I mean, listen, he's a veteran. He's a Finals MVP, the defensive specialist. Like, he does a lot of things that, and he doesn't need the ball.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why Gary Payton for me is a big piece in this series too, because and I said this last series and I was wrong, but I thought Jordan Poole was going to get cut down because of his defensive liabilities. Well, now I don't think it's necessarily defensive liabilities. I think it's just more they don't need all that offense on the court. Right. Like, I mean, we got Curry playing 40-plus minutes a game and Clay running wild and Wiggins doing what he's doing on the other end. Like, you don't need another scorer like Poole in the lineup. So you can give up some offense for some defense, and maybe you get a lot more Gary Payton against, like, Jaylen Brown and stuff. I just think they match up really well. So, I mean, I hope it goes 7 series. I'm ready for some good basketball. I'm tired of these blowouts.
Right.
We did get a good Game 7, so hopefully that continues. But I just think both teams are trending in opposite directions. Golden State's getting healthy. Boston's still beat up, and I mean, hopefully it's good though, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen, so you got a couple plays for this series here. What do you got?
Yeah, so I got Golden State winning. I don't really like the -150. I try not to I try not to give out a lot of juice. I like to try to find a little bit of a better edge, a little bit more exciting bet. So I'm taking Golden State in 7. And I'm also not parlaying it, but pairing it separately with Steph Curry MVP, just because if Golden State wins, I don't see a path to where he's not MVP. That just kind of seems like they go hand in hand. Yeah. I'm taking them in 7. I think they plus 350 or plus 310 to win in 7. I think I wrote down
310.
310.
Yeah. So and then also like it doesn't make sense to me that the Warriors are -150 favorites to win the series and Curry is plus odds to win MVP. Like, I think those directly correlate. So,
it's not going to be anyway. We know Clay gets fucking ignored all the time. Looney isn't going to have anywhere near the series he did last time. Draymond isn't going to get that. I mean, it's literally Steph or bust.
Yeah.
Even if Steph isn't the MVP, he's going to get the MVP.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if they're 150 to win the ship, then I feel like you got to at least -120, at least.
Yeah. You're basically just fading a Steph injury. That's pretty much,
Yeah.
So,
and but I don't want to give it out or anything just because I want to kind of touch on it and talk about it, though. I do think so Tatum's obviously insane. He's such a good basketball player. I don't think Tatum himself can carry this team to a championship. I think that he's going to need like Jaylen Brown to be better than he's ever been. And he is plus 1,100 to win MVP. So I think on the reverse side of this, I think if you like the Celtics to win it, I do like sprinkling in a little bit of plus 1,100 Jaylen Brown at MVP is pretty wild odds. I mean, it's either, if Boston wins, it's either going to be him or Tatum pretty undeniably for me. So, but yeah, I mean, that's if they win though. And like I said, I don't think they're going to get there.
I mean, I'm actually on the Celtics side of this, shockingly. I I just really think I think you can make a case that not the MVP, but by far the most improved, by far the most shockingly important player last series was Looney versus Dallas. I mean, just literally the shit that he was doing on the court. He's not going to be able to do that if Williams stays healthy and if this Boston team does what it does. I think people may be getting a little too high on this Warriors team. I do like that they're getting those parts back. Iguodala coming back, Peyton coming back. Obviously, that's important. Wiggins playing well. There's a whole nother level of team here with Boston. Dallas sucks.
Yeah, but Boston has so many injuries right now. Williams is a big question mark. Like Aber said, Tatum's hurt. Full strength, I would totally agree. I'm just a little. I was on the Warriors since day one. The season started, and then I took a Boston, to get a Boston to win the finals, shot at like 3,200. But if Boston's injured and Williams doesn't play, and I don't know, man, it's tough. It's tough.
I mean, I just really personally think that this Warriors team looks fantastic when it could do what it wants, right? Like you said, when they're out running and gunning and fucking not having to worry about a team just destroying them on the boards. Yeah, they look fantastic. I think they're going to run into a little bit of a wall here. We saw the Nets. Obviously, the Nets aren't as good as the Warriors, but we saw the Nets literally run into a complete brick wall against this Boston team. And pretty much everyone that's run into this Boston team has had a similar experience. I'm actually putting a bet in here on the opposite side of it. But like Aber, I don't want to – the same way Aber doesn't want to lay 150 when he can get plus 110, I don't want to take 130 for a team I think should probably be a little bit of a bigger underdog. I think you should be seeing like a plus 170, plus 180 here for the Celtics in this one. I think Golden State deserves to be minus 200 to win this. So I don't think that line's wrong. But I also don't think there's a chance that Boston wins this series without winning game one. I think Aber, Bill, I think you guys would even agree with that. If whether you think Boston's going to lose or not, if Golden State wins game one, this may be a quick series. Like Boston has to win this first game at home against the Celtics. So I'm going to take a plus 260 here and take the Celtics. This is on FanDuel. Celtics to win game one and win the series plus 260 because I feel they got to win game one to win this series against the Celtics. So I'm just juicing that 130 up to 260. Any thoughts on that, Aber?
Well, game one is in Warriors are the home team.
No.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Oh, hold on. Then I got to change that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Why is
Warriors
going Boston home?
No, it's Celtics. Celtics are Warriors are the home team.
Okay, then I'm going to take that off. Take that off there. Take that off there, Evan. Why is FanDuel showing them as the bottom team?
I have no idea, but I know the Warriors are definitely the home team.
Yep. Now they're showing. Okay, so they're showing them home here. All right. Can we do game three to win the series?
I mean, I honestly like the game one bet, to be honest with you, because I think Boston's a different breed of team. And like Milwaukee's seen that when they ran into them in the first game of the series too. And like I said, when I was talking about that game being really sloppy, I just don't think that like Golden State has got to me, they have the experience to be the better team in the long run. But I do think that the heart and fight out of Boston, I think, can pull a game one. I really don't disagree with that. I actually like Boston.
Well, no, I was saying that because if you go to NBA here on FanDuel, obviously, no idea who's the home team in this. I haven't looked into this yet. They have Boston listed as the bottom of the bottom team in NBA championship odds. So I thought that. So no, I rescind what I just said. We'll take that back. I still think that they got a good shot in game one, but no, I rescind that. They have to win their first home game. So I thought they were the home team in this. Bill, what do you think about the way that they decide who's home and who's away in these championships? Do you think it should be decided differently? And how do they decide it? How the fuck do they still alternate it? I don't even know.
Yeah, it's 2-2.
No.
How do they decide who's the home team?
He's talking about how they get to like.
Oh, it's I'm pretty positive it's just the best record, right?
It's done by record.
Well, they used to alternate. I know that.
What do you mean?
Is it just best record now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just best record.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the right way to do it, or do you think it should be based on head-to-head records during the season?
No, I like best record. I mean, the NBA is such a long season, and you see the amount of players that rest and stuff like that. Like Brooklyn was a perfect example of that they kind of nonchalanted their way through the season, thinking that they only have to win half their games to get into the playoffs, and then they forfeit home court advantage and end up getting beat by the Celtics. Not saying home court advantage decided that, but I mean, I think the regular season should matter. I mean, so I'm okay with it. I mean, a mutual place would probably be the most realistic.
Why don't they do? I never understood that. I mean, I know they do it for ticket purposes and stuff like that. They do it in baseball. They do it in basketball. I would love to see every sport go to a neutral fucking series. I mean, it just makes so much sense. I know it takes a lot of the fucking nostalgia out of it and packing the stadium. It's easier to pack a neutral venue for a 1-game event than it is for 7 straight days.
I think you get. I don't agree. I mean, I think the home team, the home crowds, Game 7, their home thing. Look at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl's corporate, right? There's no fans at these games. There's no enthusiasm at the game.
Yeah, I mean, dude, how about this? First 6 games are back and forth. Game 7 is a neutral site.
No. How about you stop trying to rewrite it and just...
It's just not fair. What the fuck? How did that's one team in a different conference get home field advantage? Because they had a fucking better record when they played totally different teams.
Write the league.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
Cry about it.
Especially spent the whole morning thinking fucking Boston's home.
You're an idiot. I mean, I've been trying to tell everybody for a long time.
I was literally pushing send on this bet as we were talking. Like, I wish you guys would have cut in earlier. I almost fucking hit send.
Yeah, I really didn't know what you were talking about. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm sitting here like, why is this 260? I get the first game win and I get the fucking series. This is insane. So, yeah, you almost cost me fucking putting this bet in by 10 seconds.
Well, I saved you.
So. Yeah, you did save me. I do think this goes long, though. I think this is a long series. I like the Celtics in the series. So now I got to figure out a different way to bet it. So tune in tomorrow. Well, I'm going to tell you the other way I'm going to find it.
I don't know yet who I'm picking, but I do agree with both of you. I think it goes long. So yeah. I'll decide tomorrow who I'm picking, but I do agree that it goes past 5 or 6 games.
Yeah, and this series doesn't start till Thursday, so we'll come back tomorrow, finish up our take on this. Obviously, I haven't even looked at I did like probably 3 hours of digging into this last night, just on the history of these two teams, trying to find edges like we did with Curry with the rebound and assist prop. So it's been more just identifying matchups and props, who's going to be playing, who's healthy. I haven't made a final stand on it yet, but I think if I can get some decent plus money, figure out a way to do it, I'm going to end up on the Celtics here. Any baseball plays for today, Aber baby?
No, I didn't get into that, man.
Nothing. All right, cool. All right, brother. So we'll probably see you tomorrow, if not definitely Friday, but we'll see you again this week. Talk some more basketball.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have some more when we get closer to the games because I got no player props out right now. So
yeah, keep in mind, guys, game's Thursday. So with Memorial Day weekend and all the other shit that's been going on, I doubt any of us dove too deep into this Celtics Warrior stuff yet. So tonight and tomorrow will be the days to do that. And some of us will find out who the home team is, too. We'll never know. But all right, Abro, catch up with you, brother.
Later.
All right. See you guys.
Later. Bill, do I blame FanDuel or myself on that?
Yourself.
Come on.
I mean, I looked at FanDuel. It says the right thing.
Yeah, but you're looking at the game. If you click on NBA Finals, go to FanDuel and click on NBA Finals. It shows Warriors, Celtics. Celtics are the bottom team.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
that's what I saw. So I'm like, oh, wow, they're fucking home. And you know these things. They just flip a coin half the time to decide who's fucking home. So, yeah, I thought that's why that line looked bad. What do we like for baseball today, Bill? We've been doing good with these. I had a rough game yesterday with that Milwaukee game. That was fucking annoying as shit. That thing just, 30-something strikeouts in that fucking Milwaukee Cubs game, too. We had a great game 1. We put 1 million bets in, hitting the over on that. We had a pretty good game on Boston-Baltimore. Came through for us at the end, at least Baltimore did. I had a bad Milwaukee game yesterday. And the Dodgers, what a collapse last night. That was a disaster when they came all the way back and collapsed. Kimbrel's a fucking piece of shit. But I've been targeting some of these weather games and having some success on these live totals. So what are you llooking at tonight, Mr. Rupp?
I've been killing baseball the past week. It's starting to normalize. 6-1 on my bets yesterday. The only thing, JD Martinez didn't get a hit. His hit streak ended in that spanking of a game that Boston did. Boston, besides their 3 main hitters, and maybe add Story in there now because he's coming on. Their team is awful. Mm-hmm. Their pitching is just hot garbage. So I don't understand how you're so bad with guys batting 370 in your lineup. 3 of them.
You got literally Bogarts, JD, Devers, who were all batting like 350 on average. And then you have Story, who's the hottest player in baseball on top of that. And you got other guys like Kike and, good players that you're surrounding them with. How this team is not fucking, Jesus, that pitching staff's a disaster.
Yeah. So, I've been killing baseball lately. Like I said, yesterday was my only loss was that hit parlay. We've been killing live betting too. When we find these games, the live betting, we just jump on them, and we've been killing those. So today is that FanDuel Dinger Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give you a bet for that. I like Anthony Rizzo for my Dinger Tuesday bet. It is perfect weather for baseball. It is going to be 90 degrees in New York tonight for that game against the Angels. Syndergaard is garbage. The last I think three out of his last 4 starts, he's given up a home run. And the only reason he didn't give up that home run the other time is because he only pitched 2/3 of an inning and got shellacked.
Mm-hmm.
So he's given up a home run 3 out of his last 4 games that he's pitched. I like Rizzo to hit a home run, and then I think there's going to be other home runs in that game also. But love Rizzo. He's due to kill a home run tonight. And then I'm going to go to the Cardinals. A little piece of information I've told you I found is that the Cardinals this year are killing left-handers.
Mm-hmm.
And who's pitching tonight for San Diego? Snell. What is he? Left-handed. So Snell has given up at least 3 earned runs in his last 2 starts. So why not? If the Cardinals are killing lefties, Snell's given up 3 earned runs in both starts. Why not take Cardinals first 5 over 1.5 runs?
There we go, Bill Rupp. I like it.
It's a no-brainer.
Listen, I like the logic in it. I like that you're running it a Tommy G weather tracker. That's my favorite thing. I'm quite the weather whore. I'm glad to see all of us getting on that bandwagon. As you can see, it really helps tremendously. I'm going to give you a dinger too, since we're doing our little Dinger Tuesday. Obviously, we'll hope these guys are in the lineup. But another game with 93-degree heat. This seems to be the hottest game on the board. The only game up in the 90s, which leads to obviously some long balls. We're looking at almost a 10 total on this game. It is the San Francisco Giants versus the Philadelphia Phillies. We have Suarez on the hill for the Phillies. My laptop is dying. Bear with me. Suarez is a lefty. Obviously, with no Longoria, it's much better against lefties than righties. And Longoria has actually homered 5 times in his last 5 games. He's homered in 3 consecutive games. He had 1 game where he didn't homer, and then he had 2 the game before that. He was on quite a drought heading into that streak. He hadn't homered all year. And he's just locked in right now. He's swinging for it every time he gets up there. So my dinger right here is actually going to be a little surprise. I'm sure Bill didn't think I was going to Evan Longoria on my home run dinger for today. But you're going to get decent odds on it. Longoria is looking at about plus 405 to hit a home run today. So I'm going to take Evan Longoria plus 405 for my dinger today. What's the Rizzo number for you? 480?
480, baby.
Okay, so I'm going to go Longoria there. I'm going to give you another play here. I know this sounds chalky, and it's against everything me and Bill always say. We always see if you see a team laying fucking minus 300, stay the fuck away from it. The other team always wins, and we saw it last night with Pittsburgh, right? We saw the Pirates go and sneak a win as a plus 300 underdog. Someone in the chat actually said, do we hit Pittsburgh? And we were like, nah, you can't hit Pittsburgh. And, of course, that shit happens. Today, the Dodgers with Urias on the hill against Keller are in a monster spot to smash. Now, I know it's a big juice game here. I know it's minus 390. But for those of you that watched the Pittsburgh game yesterday, Pittsburgh was due to start Dylan Peters today, the lefty, versus the Dodgers. They used him yesterday to win that game for 2 innings, so he's unavailable. Their closer yesterday, they used for 3 innings yesterday, so he's unavailable. So Pittsburgh is really working with a pen here that is totally just destroyed. So they're not going to have anything to throw at this team. They basically shot all their bullets yesterday to get that win, and the Dodgers have to be pissed losing one to the Pittsburgh Pirates here. So,
There's the tennis match is starting right now.
Go get it.
Djokovic versus Nadal. Rackets has been on fire with these long shots. He's taking Nadal plus 200 because basically he's saying that Nadal should never be plus 200. He doesn't care who he's playing. So if you guys want to sprinkle a little bit on that, it just started right now. Djokovic on serve, and he's 15 love. But it's just starting. If you guys want to get that in, I know Brackets gave it out to the chat. So I'm going to give you guys a tennis bet today. Listen, he's plus 200. Who the hell knows?
I'm always taking Nadal plus 2.
I'm going to take him also.
I'm hitting it right now. Hold on.
Once I see Nadal, it's plus 190 actually right now on MGM. So I am actually just hitting it also.
Yeah, I am definitely taking Nadal on this one. Let me see. I'll just throw this on here. Please hold.
15-15.
Come on. It's down to 170, motherfucker.
Yeah, because he's 15.
Fuck! I can't get in because of the Zoom.
Yeah, you have to use your phone.
Yeah, now it's 150. Great. It's just collapsing on me.
Yeah.
Talk for a second, Bill, while I do this. By the way, my parlay was I was looking for something to get the Avalanche down today. So that's what I'm using the Dodgers for. I'm going to use the Dodgers as my linchpin to get the Avalanche to plus 100. So Dodgers money line, Avalanche money line. That is plus 100 on that. I think the Dodgers are locked today.
Yeah, so if you guys don't want to take the Dodgers, but want to go about it a different route, if you don't want to lay that money, you get worried the Dodgers may lose again, which I doubt. I don't think they're going to
They're not losing today.
Pittsburgh. But you could do Dodgers over 3.5 team total, and it'll basically come out to the same thing.
Yeah.
That's both about minus 300. So you'll get about the same thing if you use 3.5 and you just want to do. Last night I had their 3.5 too, and that hit, and they lost. So
yeah,
I think they definitely scored more than 3.5 runs.
Yeah, either way, you should be fine on that. A little worried about what I'm seeing with this lineup construction. Edwin Rios batting 5th. They're missing, obviously, Muncy and Bellinger have been cold, have been missing, but little tiny bit worried about them throwing up a ton of runs. With 3.5, you're going to be fine. So either way, you'll be fine on that. Dodgers win tonight for sure. So I got my Nadal and I ended up getting 162 on this. So fuck you, Zoom.com, for not letting me get that in. Another play I like today. I'm going to have an over game that I'm going to attack that I'll leave for the chat because I haven't finalized the plays on it yet. But keep in mind, we do have 82 degrees and 14-mile-per-hour wind blowing out in Wrigley again today. Slight chance of rain. So that will be one game you want to look to target for these overs. You have an 86-degree game with a 10-mile-per-hour chance of wind going on in St. Louis. Fantastic hitting weather there. Not good hitting weather in Boston. Not good hitting weather in Detroit. Even though it is 80-something degrees in Detroit, there's a 14-mile-per-hour wind blowing in from right center. Dome in Toronto. Great hitting weather in the Mets. Great hitting weather in Baltimore. Fantastic hitting weather in New York for the Yankee game. Bill, I think we're going to have some more Yankee props for the subscribers as we go. And I am going to give out the Yankees right now for you guys. So I like the Yankees to win this game, and I like the Yankees team total in this game. Now, I'm not going to give the team total out yet as an official play. Actually, the lineup is out. What do we got? We got LeMahieu, Judge, Rizzo, Torres, Andujar, Carpenter, Falefa, Trevino, Gallo. Not in love with that lineup there. So we're just going to go with the team, minus 130 on the Yankees. So Yankees minus 130 is the play in that one. And then other weather games, fantastic weather in Philadelphia and fantastic weather in Cleveland. So we're going to see a lot of overs today. Going to see these games get to the moon. Get over to 4deepbets.com. $27 for 7 days. You got the whole NBA Finals coming up. You guys have seen, I think I went, Bill, 5-0 in triple max bets for the NBA Finals? We're going to keep that streak going. I will find you an edge on one of these plays coming up in these NBA Finals. Plus, we got the Ghost in round 3 and 4 coming up. So get in, $27 for 7 days, and come ride with us with these live bets as we smash these totals as they fucking hit the moon. But what else you got here for today, Bill? Anything else?
Guys, just remember that these bets all on baseball are, precedent on the lineups. So right. If the Cardinals end up sitting like, Goldschmidt and fucking a couple other guys, obviously I'm not going to take that bet.
Right.
The 1.5. So wait till the lineup. You guys see everybody's in. Just put it in. It's not going to move. The line's not going to move a tremendous amount. It'll only move a tremendous amount if they're not in.
Right.
So just wait a little bit. If everybody's in, you see the normal lineup, then hit it. You don't have to hit everything right now because we're going to change our bets too. Whether or not, not many of us here are line whores that we look for lines.
I could care less.
Yeah. So
I want to win.
See the lineups. Like Tommy just waited for the Yankees. He saw the lineup. saw he didn't like something, so he moved it. Let's go. Advantage Nadal. About to break him.
I'm watching.
So let's see. I hope you guys got that in. Hopefully he breaks him here. He's down to plus 130.
Where is this fucking? What channel is this on?
Tennis Channel, maybe?
This is not on ESPN.
I mean,
Fucking Roland Garros. Fucking
ESPN is awful with coverage.
I mean, how is Nadal versus fucking Djokovic not on fucking?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a fucking major.
The French Open. How's this not on like fucking regular TV?
Makes no sense.
I'm watching it
No
right
sense at all.
But no, as Bill was saying, to echo it, yes. I mean, with baseball, obviously lineups are critical. So, like I did with the Yankees there, I wanted to hit the Yankees team total over. Lineup's fine. It's good enough to beat Syndergaard. But, yeah, probably just going to pick a player or two. Probably go target Judge and Rizzo for some bases and for some stuff like that rather than going and take the team total over. But definitely like that for sure.
And guys, FanDuel has that dinger. So, Dinger Tuesday. So, if you get involved in on that, they give you money. If you win, you're playing, and if not, you get $5 or $250, depending if you're VIP, for every home run hit in that game too. So,
yep. Yeah, so do that. That's why every Tuesday we'll make sure to give our favorite dingers out. Like I have right now in my account, $250, $50 per home run. So some of you guys may have $25 and $5 per home run or whatever it is, but it's the same thing. If you basically get 4 or 5 home runs out of the game, you get your money back. So Dinger Tuesdays here. I'm going Longoria. Bill's going Rizzo. I actually like Rizzo too. So either way, you should be good there. Anything else here, Bill, before we get out of here?
that's it.
All right. Final words, Mr. Rupp.
Collect on Monday, and about it.
Going
Hope
to
everyone had a good weekend.
Going to Dom.
Thank you,
All right.
veterans. Thank you, veterans.
Thank you, veterans. Thank you. Evan.
We had 180 people in here at one time. We have 96 likes right now.
Embarrassing.
96 likes. What are we doing? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Nadal, finish him!
No,
What
it's
the
back.
fuck?
He's back to advantage. We're going to be freaking out about this Nadal bet all day in the chat. Yeah, you guys are pathetic. It's fucking ridiculous. Every fucking Tuesday, we got to do the same fucking thing. Like, we got to yell at them, and then by Friday, they start doing it. I don't get it.
It's just a constant
I'm
cycle.
all in. I'm all in on the conspiracy theory, which is not a conspiracy theory, that half the people who watch this show are just competitors from TV shows, internet shows, and other companies who aren't hitting
we
it.
see you, believe me.
We know, we see you. We know. We're not stupid. Just
Oh,
do us a favor when you steal our shit.
Like
Since we're the only afternoon show basically here doing this, and you guys are all reciting what we say verbatim and taking props that no one else would hit. Steph Curry rebounds and assists and putting them on your shows on TV, by the way.
Just too bad you waited to the last day to take that one and it lost, you fools.
Yeah, idiots. So just do us a favor. Just a simple favor. Just hit the like button. Like, that's okay. You can steal our shit. We don't care. Just hit the like button first. Is that hard? Just be nice. Like, give back to the universe. If you're gonna steal, you want to at least give a little bit back, right?
Yeah, and the more they like it, the more plays we'll give out. So there's more shit you can steal.
More
so
shit for
just
you to
do it.
steal and send give to your clients. It's awesome. For Bill Rupp, for Evan Hand, Nightghost, and Aber, I am Tommy G. Good luck. Stay stealing our shit, motherfuckers.
Let's go!